It says posted by Ariana, by the way. It's kind of funny.
Oh, but I don't think people do that.
Oh, really? I think we might have done it.
Maybe. I think we might be here.
I think we might be here. So, hello everybody. Happy Tuesday. Tuesday Tips live with Samantha and Kelly. Right? Did I do
Yes.
good? Yes. Anyways,
Yeah.
we just went around the internet. We were live like literally everywhere, but in the one place that we need to be live, which was pretty funny. And that tends to happen to us some Tuesdays when Kelly and I are together, and sometimes Tuesdays when we are together. It
It's
happens that
true.
we're just
It's true.
randomly live in the internet somewhere. So you'll see some random uh, videos, I'm sure, of us going live in places, which is really funny. So we did try something new. We're live on YouTube, right, Ariana? Did we make it? Ooh, we made it live on YouTube. Look at us, kind of like doing something cool and new. So, if you're watching on YouTube, we are Fabulous Adventures Travel, and we also talk Virgin to Me podcast. But we run a group called what, Kellers?
Virgin Voyages, cruise tips and deals.
Woohoo! And that's actually on Facebook. So we usually do a live on Tuesdays, but we're trying to kill two birds with one stone and try this whole live thing on the YouTube, right?
Cool.
Keller's just knew about this though today. She just found out today that we're going live randomly everywhere, all around the internet. Oh my gosh. Anyways, well, how are you, Kelly, this lovely Tuesday?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good. Have you recovered from Girls Gone Cruising?
I think finally, yes.
You have? I don't know. I think
Yeah.
I still have remnants of Girls Gone Cruising.
Yeah. Well, you
Yeah.
continued that.
That's very true. I did continue that. So we had a really, really successful Girls Gone Cruising, did we not?
We really did.
Yeah. So we want to thank everyone that joined us this year because it was really epic, honestly. And I feel like I don't know, it was perfect. Like we had no issues other than, backside issues. Of course, things always happen, that kind of stuff. Like, the catamaran canceling like the day before and, Lotteria being very hard to book because Virgin gave us a hard time. But other than that, we had no other issues, right? So
Yeah.
it was a great group of ladies and we had a really, really good time. We started out in Miami. We stayed at the Iv Hotel. I mean, I don't know. What do you think, Kelly? I think we had a vote that we're not going there next year, right?
I think we voted the IV out. I mean, I think it's great for one night. You're gonna just rest your head, come in late, and you're leaving next day. Super close to the port. It's super close to CVS. If you forget anything,
Oh my
it's a
gosh,
good
and Ross too.
location.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just don't know that it was what we needed for what we wanted it for.
Yes, that's part of the problem. So like there was no so for us, everyone that said it was we stayed there 3 nights. We were there 3 nights, right? We were there Monday, Tuesday. Oh no, 2 nights. 2 nights?
Too. Yeah.
We were there 2 nights. And everyone said that everyone that came in that stayed the one night was like, it's fine, it's fine. But the problem was that like nothing was open. The restaurant wasn't open. It's perfect, like Kelly said, to like lay your head down, wake up, and get on the ship, which is what most of our people did. But the problem was we came home late on Tuesday night and we were super like Kelly goes, "Where are you going?" I was like, "I'm in bed. Where are you?" "I'm downstairs." So I go, "All right." So I get out of bed because I wasn't really in bed. I was just laying on bed. I get out of bed, I go downstairs, and I see her sitting at the table. And I go, what's going on? She's like, I don't know. Where can we go? And the bar's completely closed. The restaurant's completely closed. And then everyone starts pouring in to the lobby. And the guy, the security guard's just putting signs up and locking doors. He's like, it's closed in here. And he puts the sign, he like smacks the sign on the table. And it basically says, I took a picture of it. It said something like, lobby closes at midnight or something like that, right? Or was it? I don't know. 11?
And it wasn't even midnight. I think it was like 10 after 11.
Yeah, it wasn't even close. So it was so funny because he totally just put this sign up. Excuse me. And and we were like, where do we go? There's not a lot to do in that area once Bayside closes. And Bayside kind of closes early, don't you think?
Yeah, we were looking for places to go. I don't think
Yeah.
anything was open over there that
Yeah.
late. And it was a Tuesday night, so
It was a Tuesday night, yeah.
yeah.
So we were kind of far from it. So we said that we were going to go to a little bit more of a full service hotel that, you know, if we wanted to stay out a little bit past our bedtime, that we could. If we wanted to stay out past midnight, we could. No one could stop us. So he literally was like going to kick us out of this like table, which I thought was so funny. And we just kept gaining people at the table. Remember, people just kept showing up. And then one of the funniest parts was Christian, his mom comes, and Christian was sitting there with us, and excuse me, his mom comes in and she's eating ice cream. I go, where'd you get that? And she was like, I got it from CVS next door. And I go, I want one of those. And so then I go, I don't have any money. Kelly goes, I do. I go, give me some money. I take her credit card and I go across the street. Excuse me. And I go across the street and I bought some ice cream and came back and sat at the table and we all hung out and had a good time and ended up going to bed. Some of us went and got some wine, not some of us.
No, not us.
Not us. Went across and got boxed wine. I don't really know if it was boxed wine. But that's what I
hope
pictured.
not.
I know, right? Seriously. That's what I pictured it to be. It was boxed wine. Anyways, the Legend, for those of you that do travel on the girls' cruise, the Legend went over and got herself some wine. So that was the IB. We did a really cool thing where we went to Putt Shack that night. That was one of the activities. We had dinner with everyone and we went to Putt Shack. That was so much fun.
It was a good time. Yeah, loved it. I thought it was great.
So it was like putt, but like, you know, futuristic. I don't know.
Yeah, virtual. Yeah, I don't know.
It was crazy. So you got a ball that basically knew it was yours. So I don't know, it must have had a chip in it and knew what was going on, and it totally took score for you. The minute you put it down on the little, it wasn't a tee, but you know, like the little hole that you're supposed to put it in to hit it off, to putt it off, knew immediately Samantha was up to tee, basically up to putt. And so it was crazy. And it would keep score and everything. It was so much fun. We had the best time.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, lots of lights, lots of cameras. It was good times. But we said next year we're probably going to eat there instead of eating at Black Market because the food looked good, huh?
Yeah, I think it would just be more convenient if we all just met in one place.
Yeah, definitely. Well, we might move the hotel now, so we won't be at
right.
So maybe we'll move to Brickell. And then we got on board, and then Kelly and I stayed in the
massive suite.
Oh my gosh, it was so much fun. How cool was that?
It was awesome. I wish we would have had one more day or a sea day to really enjoy it, because I feel like we talked about this. We did not use our balcony much, but when we had people in our cabin, we did. And it was great to have the space because there's not a lot of space inside. So it was nice to have the big balcony. Yeah. But we didn't enjoy it as we should have.
Yes,
I think we just didn't have time. We just didn't have time.
So we had a big party in our massive suite the very first day. Everyone came and joined there, and oh my god, we had like 90 women in there. It was crazy town. We just kept feeding everyone drinks and stuff. Hello, Paul. And we had a big party in there, and there was people out on the balcony, but it was so hot. Oh my gosh, that day was so hot. The sun was blasting. There was no breeze, nothing. So it was pretty hot out there, humid. So no one went out there. So we just hung out in the room. We were all like in there pretty much together, which was crazy. We fit, strangely enough. And then then after that we took a picture out there with everyone out on the balcony, which was really cool. And then we went to the sail away party. But one of the things that we did say, it rained on sea day, so we didn't get to spend much time on the balcony. We did a little bit in the afternoon. Kelly was the only one that went in the hot tub. We had a plan that we were going to do this whole video that we didn't end up doing, which I'm so angry we didn't do, where we were going to jump in the hot tub, and that didn't happen. So, yeah.
But Heather just made a comment and said she heard there were owls on our balcony.
Yes, that was so true.
So we woke up and open up the blinds and look outside, and we see these birds. I thought they were statues at first because there were two of them in a planter, one on each end of the planter. But then I look up and there was one on the railing.
That's crazy.
And we had 3 owls on our balcony.
It was crazy.
Yeah, it was cool because
they had a fight.
Yeah, they had a fight. There were feathers everywhere.
Feathers and poop. We don't know what happened out there. They were pretty angry with each other.
Yeah.
That went well.
But it was super cool. Samantha got a pretty cool video of them.
I did. I need to put it up.
Yeah.
I need to put up all kinds of videos because we just were so busy. I was doing so well the first day and the second day, I think. And then I went, just blew up because it was just crazy town. So, but we had the best time. So that's why. I mean, it's better that I was having a good time than anything. We had a historian. So the historian really took all the videos as best as he possibly could and pictures. So we have all those, which is nice. And what else? We did a catamaran, which was super cool. We did a bar crawl, which was even cooler. We had a good time there. I don't remember how we got back to the ship, though.
Oh, we walked.
Oh, yeah, we did. And we did. And we stopped. Oh, my God. We stopped at the smallest bar. Now I remember we had a shot at the smallest bar. And then we got that guy's phone number to do another catamaran. Who has that phone number?
Maybe Jessica.
Okay,
Hester.
It's all coming back to me now. It's all coming back. It's all coming back to me now.
Hester, do you got that guy's phone number? She's watching.
Hester. Yeah. Get us the phone. Give me the phone number. Somebody had the phone number.
Gavin, she remembered his name.
Oh, perfect. That's so funny.
The catamaran was the hit of the weekend, though. Everyone absolutely loved it.
Yeah. Work on that for next year. So I came up with this crazy idea for next year that I pitched to Ariana, and I have not pitched to you yet. Are you ready?
Are we doing this live?
Yeah, I'm pitching it to you live. I thought about bringing on a band with us. Like, how cool would that be to bring on a band? Kelly's face.
Like, what kind of band?
Okay,
like so a famous band?
Well, not a famous band, but maybe just a good rock band that, like, my thought was that maybe we, like, either excuse me, still recovering, that we do it in Key West. Like, we rent a place out or something, we have the band perform there, we do a whole performance there. No?
Okay. Sure.
All right.
Is that a thing? You could bring your own band to Key West? I know, but I mean, you could bring your own band to Key West?
I don't know.
How are they going to carry all their equipment around?
Oh, yeah, that's right. They got to carry around all this stuff. They know how to carry around that stuff. Don't they have roadies for that?
You know the legends in a band, and her husband plays drums.
Oh, that's right. Okay, all right. See, we've got this. We're going to get our own band. Because I also thought they'd do a performance on board for us.
In the massive suite?
In the massive suite. Because remember, okay, so get this, you guys. In the massive suite, I said to myself, we need a performance of something. We had guitars all lined up on the wall. there was like what, 2 electric
There were
guitars, 1
there were
acoustic
4.
guitar.
Yeah, there
Yeah,
were
there's
4
4,
guitars. Yeah.
right? So I'm like, we need someone to come in here and play this thing because I can sing, but I can't play any instruments. So, and nobody in our group can play. So I say to Vivi, I say, hey, how much does it cost to have someone come up here, like one of your people, one of your guitar people, come up here? They play acoustic and they sing us a couple, Ed Sheeran songs or something. Or I would walk 500 miles and something like that, okay? Virgin sells me back, nope, Samantha, that's not a thing. And I go, what do you mean that's not a thing? They tell me it's not a thing because they don't allow performers in the cabins, which I agree makes sense. It protects the performers. I 100% agree with this policy. I think 100%. But if you're in the massive suite and there's like 50 people in there, what's happening in that suite? Like, I mean, obviously lots of things can happen in the suite. What I mean is, like, why couldn't we have a performer come in there? Do you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
perform from Virgin in the massive suite. I think that that's like something that should be available to you. So anyways, since I didn't get my request, I'm going to make it happen myself. Is what my thought was. No, not a good idea.
Yeah. I will put some feelers out.
All right, see, we got this. Because you have another one. Kelly's friends with. Kelly, tell us who you're friends with. Kelly's got all kinds of
I'm
friends.
not friends with anybody. Shh.
Oh, she told us. All right, we got to keep that one on the down low. Now everyone's going to bug you and be like, who is it? Who is it? Anyways, so that's my plan. So next year we already booked the massive suite. What else, Kelly? What's the date? Announce the date.
The date is October 1st, 2025. Excuse me. We are doing the same itinerary because it just works.
It does just work.
Fire and
And look at me already trying to figure out new things like bring on bands. See, this is
yes,
what people say. They always go, we don't want to go on the same itinerary. Why not? We're going to do new things. We're going to create new memories, right?
yes, new things. Always looking for new things.
Yes.
So yes, it's Fire and Sunset. It's 4-night sailing, October 1st, Wednesday to Sunday. Join us. We have some
Really
great
good deals
right now.
I know. It was amazing. Though it was super, super fun. I really enjoyed it. I did get injured somehow. Nobody knows how. We all think it was in heels class. I had a shoulder injury, and then I came home with a coof. We don't really know if it was a coof. If you know what that is, we don't know if it's really the coof or not. Just came home with some sort of lovely
Some
virus.
crud.
Some crud. So yeah, so that was my fun girls gone cruising. But no, it was still fine. By Saturday night though, I was a disaster of epic proportions because my shoulder was killing me. But thankfully, we've got some amazing women that sailed with us and helped my shoulder out, which was awesome. And then I stayed on board for a wedding. One of my really cool clients got married on board. It was absolutely beautiful. She got married, or they got married at the Perch, if you guys know the ship. It was a beautiful little ceremony up there. And I actually happened to be the officiant. Kelly, if you want me to renew your wedding vows, I'm here for you. I am now professional wedding officiant. But yeah, so I was the officiant at their wedding, which was I was super honored to do that. It was amazing. It was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. The hubs pressed the buttons on the music because I felt like that was my original job, was I was going to be the button presser of music. And then I got upgraded to a wedding officiant. So it worked out well. It was beautiful. It did rain though, which was so sad. But she turned to me. It was really super cute. She turned to me and she goes, "This is good luck, isn't it?" And I was like, "Yeah, keep going." Because she literally was like, she stopped what she was doing. I was like, "It's good luck. Keep going. We got this." Because it was misting. So that's the nice part. It wasn't like, these huge drops that were coming down, but it was misting, which was, meh. But it worked out fine. It was good. She looked beautiful and everything was beautiful. And they had little canapes up there and they had a bar and everything. So it was fun. They had a little reception afterwards. And then we went to the the wake for their actual like dinner reception. So it was perfect. It was absolutely perfect. So if you're looking to get married, we're happy to help you here at Fabulous Adventures, because I think pretty soon they're rolling out a true wedding program, right?
Yes.
Yeah. This was not part of the true wedding program, but I think it's coming. All the things are coming soon. Anyways, what else, Kel? What else am I missing? So I was on board. I did a back-to-back. I went to, oh my gosh, Kelly, let's talk about this. So I went to Costa Maya, and Kelly and I have been talking about this forever. When you get off at Costa Maya, there's this it's a pier. It's got shops and bars and restaurants, but it has this little spa that's like right there on the water. And Kelly and I have walked by it a couple times. And we're both like, we got to do that. We got to do it. We got to do it. And we never do it. So this time, I turned to my husband and I was like, hey, what do you want to do? We're going to get off and do something. And I found this. Oh man, hold on. Let me read it. Because I think I took a picture of it. Nope, I took a picture of it. I don't think I did take a picture of it. Dang it. I thought I was going to. Anyways, it was a Costa Mayan ritual with a shaman. And basically it was at this little outdoor spa there. And oh my gosh, you guys, it was $100 per person. If you go to Costa Maya, do not miss it. I took no pictures because they actually made us leave our phone in the lockers, but because they said they wanted us to disconnect. But honestly, it was the most relaxing, best hour and a half, 2 hours of my life. And then afterwards, we did another massage, and that was amazing. And the pricing was like ridiculously good. So, because obviously it's Mexico, so the pricing was pretty decent. But basically what happened was they took us into this little room, and there was like six water beds. I didn't realize it. That's what they were at the time. And they had us sit down and put our water in this bed of rocks. Put our feet in this bed of rocks, and the water was overflowing into this bed of rocks. Excuse me. And while we were in there, he started talking about, life and basically chilling out and, disconnecting from life and really connecting with ourselves during this moment and that kind of thing. He goes, all right, now swing your legs around and put your legs in the bath behind you. And I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't see this. Like I said, there was like 6 shallow baths in this room. And it was a dark room that had all kinds of foliage. Like it had trees growing in it, and there was waterfalls. All you could hear was water falling. And it was just, oh my God, it was so relaxing. So you get in this thing, and he's just talking, and there's no talking. Nobody's talking to anybody. And Kelly, you know me. I'm like, I want to like ask somebody if I'm doing it right. Like, I'm like, is this right? Like, because like I start floating, and I'm like, am I supposed to be floating? There's no one to ask. Like, I don't know who I'm supposed to ask if I'm supposed to be floating or like pushing myself down. And finally I was like, forget it, Samantha. Just give in to it. Just relax. Just chill. Who cares what's happening? Nobody's going to look at you like whether you're floating or sinking. So I end up like floating basically. And all of a sudden, this person comes and touches the top of my head. Well, I jumped 10,000 miles because my eyes are closed. And I had no idea someone was going to touch my head. And they start rubbing your head. They start scooping the water on your head, getting your hair wet, putting on your chest, getting your hair wet. It was the most relaxing thing. Once I leaned into all that and gave up with the, like, am I doing it right sort of thing? Am I supposed to be doing this? Am I supposed to be doing that? It was amazing. So once we finished that, he talks some more about the Mayan ritual and how it works and what's going on. And then he's like, all right, everyone come with me. So we go into the next space, which was like a hut. And it was like a sauna, basically, in a grass hut, basically, or a straw hut. And so we went in there, we had to talk about our feelings. And I got to be honest, I mean, I don't know these people. There were 6 of us. And when we started talking about our feelings, I was like, I don't know about this whole feeling thing. This is strange for me. Like, I was like, I got feelings, but I don't know that I should be telling like the people next door to me that I don't know. So we're sitting in this thing, and I'm looking at my husband like he's going to run out of here. This man does not talk about his feelings. Like, he's leaving, he's running, he's putting it out of here. So we had to go around the room, and thankfully I was not the first one, because I don't know what I would have said. I think I would have been like, hi, I'm Samantha. The end. I don't know what I would have said. But thankfully when they got to me and I said something stupid, I have to be honest. It was so dumb. I think I said, "Hi, my name's Samantha, and I was here for the massage, but I didn't realize how deep and in depth and like spiritual this was. I'm very excited to explore it." That's all I really said. I didn't know what to say. I was like, I don't know about my like I don't know. So anyways, so he finishes with that, like, and I was pretty much the only one that kept it surface. Everyone was really cool and like dove into their feelings. I'm like, wow, maybe I do need a therapist. I can't really get in there. What's happening? So so he goes, all right, when you go to leave this hut, he was like, make sure you step out with your right foot. You take in a deep breath, like a rebirth, like you're being born again, basically. He's like, and then basically you're walking into a new life, a new era. So fine, I take my right foot, step out, I take a deep breath, I go out into the world. And as you go out into the world, there's all this cold water that's falling down like rainfall, and you will have to walk through it. And then you walk into this mud room and you put mud on you, and then you wash that off. And he's talking to us about the mud and everything. And then the next station was a coconut bath. So you get in the coconut bath and you're laying there, and at this point someone's going to touch you. So I didn't jump 10,000 miles. The guy actually helped me into the bath. And so he started rubbing my shoulders and my head, and he's pouring water on my head. And so he's giving me a massage. Like it was like glorious. Like this, at this point, I'm like ready to live here for the rest of my life. I don't want to leave. I'm like dead to the world. I'm like stunad. I can't even like function. I'm like, because I just am so out of it. And so we walk to the next thing, which was a what's it called? The hammock. We were in a hammock, and then they give you a hammock massage. And so now they're like pushing you from the bottom in this hammock massage. At one point, I'm like, I feel like, okay, you ever seen Ghostbusters when that girl rises from the thing and she's like flailing like this and her whole body's arched? That's me in the hammock. I was like, he had his foot in my back. I was like this way and this way. I'm like totally like full on formed over his feet. Like it was the craziest thing on the planet. I felt like that lady from Ghostbusters. And at one point I straight up giggled in the middle of it because all I could picture was the lady from Ghostbusters, like going like this in the air. Do you remember what I'm talking about? Am I like totally like, okay, that was me in a hammock. So anyways, that was the end of it, but I didn't want to leave. I can tell you that because I was super stunad and totally out of it and just like, oh my gosh, I'm so relaxed, totally relaxed. And then we went and had another massage, which was amazing. And then we went back into the wedding. So hopefully by that description, next time you go to Costa Maya, you run, don't walk, book that excursion, and then book a massage on top of it afterwards. You will thank me. You will call me up and thank me. No joke, because it was the best relaxation of my life. And Kelly, guess what we're doing next time? Would you do it?
Yeah, it sounds great.
Okay, good. Because sometimes Kelly, I always say, Kelly, let's do a massage. She's like, oh, I don't know about a massage. But yeah, we got this, Kellers.
All
Now
right.
you know you don't have to float. You can just, just be. You don't have to ask people questions. You can ask me questions. So anyways, that was my second voyage. And then that voyage actually had Helene. So we were in like massive waves. I've never been in that big of waves ever. So that was crazy. The ship handled it well, I think, but everyone was pretty sick and they couldn't walk down the they could not walk down the hallways. It was funny. I ended up sitting in the dock. I think I told you this. I was sitting in the dock. There's a big couch. It's a huge couch in the dock house. And I ended up sitting there and watching people walk from the wake like this. Basically, they were like out down the thing. And I watched one lady run for the bathroom. I was like, oh, this is crazy. So, but it did calm down, which was nice towards the afternoon. But the evening and morning were really not good. So yeah, those are our two voyages. But back to Girls Cruise. Join us on the Girls Cruise. Why, Kelly?
Well, because it's the best time ever.
And because we have a smoking deal right now, don't we?
We do. So we also announced 2026 Girls Cruise, which is October 3rd. That is on a resilient Oh gosh,
Oh shoot, I don't
or
know.
back to Scarlet. I don't
Oh shoot,
remember
I don't
now.
know where it's on. Oh my gosh, isn't that crazy?
All right, I got a picture. Oh, it's on Resilient. And
Resilient. Look at us.
and
Woohoo!
it's Miami Grand Turkenback. So that in 2026 we are doing a 5 night sailing. So we're going to change it up a little bit.
To go to our
Um,
favorite place.
yes, Grand
Two
Turk.
of our favorite places at the same time.
Yeah, so it's going to be epic. I think we're only going to keep getting better. So
Yeah.
join
So I
us,
have a
one
5 year.
or
Go
both.
ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Sorry.
join us on one of them or both of them.
Yeah. So I have a 5 year plan, you guys. So you have to help us out. I have a 5 year plan to charter the entire ship with Girls Gone Cruising. So help us sister out. We need to get there in 5 years. We have to double, triple, double, multiply, whatever, quadruplize every year until 5 years, right? Kellers,
Yes, yes.
charter Girls Gone Cruising, the whole ship. Then we don't have to do a lotteria because it's our freaking lotteria.
Right. We can bring on all the bands we want.
Yeah. All the bands.
We'll have them set up in every corner.
Oh my gosh. Everywhere you go, there'll be a band. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. So that was our Girls Gone Cruising. That was my last 2 weeks of cruising. Holy cannoli. Still paying for it. As we can hear, the shoulder's better though. Shoulder's back,
Yes.
right? And then what else,
Okay.
Kellers? What else do we
Well,
got?
so I'm just going to go over the deal really quick. So
Yeah.
right now, if you book October 1st, 2025, we're going to give you an extra $100 in Sailor Loot. It is combinable with MNDB. So if you have an old one, you could walk away with $700 in Sailor Loot. We do have some available of the newer version, which are less, but still good. And then if you book October 3rd, 2026, you'll get $100 on that as well. And if you book both, we're going to double that. So you'll have $200 on each sailing. And if you book a suite on one of them, you will get $200. If you book a suite on both of them, you're going to get $400 in Sailor Loot on each voyage. On top
On
of,
top of your MNBV. What?
I mean, yeah, it's good. And this offer only goes until the 20th. On
Yeah.
Sunday, the offer ends. So you have 5 more days to book into the girls' cruise to get these offers. So
Yeah.
contact us. We promise you'll have a good time, whether you
Oh,
hang out with us or not. I mean,
yeah.
we did have people that didn't hang out with us the entire time. They came when they wanted to. They only did the things that, they were interested in, which is great. That's what we're here for. You can hang out with us everything, or you could do, you know, little things here and there.
Yeah. I agree with that. I agree. All right. What else? We talked about those two things. What else did we say we were going to talk about?
Well, there's a 2 night sailing next
Oh, that's
month.
right. Sam Feld. Felt.
Speaking of
Feld.
Resilient Lady, the Resilient Lady is coming over for the first
She's
time
coming.
to Miami, and she's going to stay here for a little bit. And there's going to be a 2 night kind of preview to showcase all she has to offer. And it's a weekend, so it's a Saturday to Monday, 2 nights. And we have smoking deals on
Smoking deal.
that.
Yeah, spoken deal. So I do want to talk about that for a second. That the Resilient Lady is coming. I don't think people really understand the coolness of that, or the super the I guess coolness, right? I don't know. How cool it is that she's coming here because she has never been over here. This is her Caribbean debut, really, and she has all new entertainment. Like her entertainment is completely different than any of the other two ships that you're used to. So I don't want to use the word bored because listen, Kelly and I have been on 30 something voyages, so we never get bored. But if you're bored with, Scarlet Lady and Valiant Lady, you gotta go on Resilient Lady because she has all new entertainment. Everything is completely different on there. Not the ship itself is the same. Obviously, the decorations are a little different because that's what they do for each ship. but all the entertainment's different. The restaurants are still the same, but at least you'll have different entertainment on there, which would be something that would change things up for you. She's also doing a couple different really cool itineraries. That one Kelly is going to, the one that I actually just did by accident, is doing Costa Maya, her very first one, isn't it? It's Costa Maya and Cozumel. Isn't that her very first turn in the Caribbean?
I think so. That's November 10th, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's her very first turn in the Caribbean. Her very first turn in the Caribbean has Cozumel and Costa Maya in it, no Bimini, which is what I just did. And I have to tell you, it was actually really, really good. I thoroughly enjoyed that. I did it by accident. We were not supposed to do that. We're supposed to go to Costa Maya and then to Bimini and back. But Helene had a different plan for us, which is fine. And we stayed over in Mexico. But anyways, 100% book that. Like, get on Resilient Lady, because she's brand new to the and she's our newest one in the fleet, basically. You know, she's the youngest. She is the youngest, but Scarlett's going to have the newest makeover here real soon. She's leaving us here in just a little bit, a couple of weeks. She's going into dry dock and get a little zhuzh. But she'll be here. So take advantage of Resilient. Then Resilient goes where? Where does she go? Does she stays at
San Juan?
Oh, she goes to San Juan. So we're back. Yes. So we're on her in San Juan. So lucky for you, if you're going to San Juan and doing any of those with us on February 8th or February 15th, because we've got a bunch of people on both of those times. Resilient is there as well, the Resilient Lady. So, yeah, I mean, get on board while she's here. Trust me, you won't regret it. Scarlett's first sailing after her zhuzh is December 14th, and that's a long one. That's an Eastern Caribbean. So if you want to be the first one on there before, after she gets her zhuzh, that would be her first sailing out of Miami. It would be December 14th on the Eastern Caribbean. Kelly and I debated on that one, but it's just too close to Christmas. So, because we wanted to be some of the first people on, but I think we're going to get on a different way somehow.
Yeah.
So, anyway, so get on Resilient. Honestly, you won't regret it. I love the entertainment on there. And if you don't want to do a longer voyage, come with us on Sam Felt. We're doing that 2-nighter in November, and we have a smoking deal, like Kelly said. So exclusive deal. Promise you, it's a good deal. Come join us. It's a lot thrown into 2 nights, though. If you've never done a 2-night voyage, it's a lot for 2 nights. I will tell you that. Oh, we've done a couple.
Yeah, you're trying to see everything. I mean,
yeah,
it's going to be hard to get to all the shows and all the things, especially if you've never been on the ship. I think they're still trying to do a Scarlet Night and because there are people that are coming that have never been on the ship, so they're trying to give them the same experience, but with everything else thrown in, it's going to be tough.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I agree. It's crazy. But yeah, it'll be fun. So join us on that Sam Felt one, because it's going to be amazing. I'm super excited about it. And to be honest, not to make Sam Felt feel bad or anything. I don't know who he is, unfortunately, but hopefully I will. And that will be so fun. He's not my band, that's for sure. I've turned into a rock band girl, I guess, apparently. I don't know where that came from. That and my country boots, because we all know that I'm not country either, but I now own a pair of country boots. So here I go. Changing it up. Anyway, so yeah, what else? Kelly, tell me. What's the new promo? Right now?
Okay, so the new promo is the old promo coming back. Yeah.
The new promo is the old promo.
The old promo. So it's 70% off second guest and free balcony upgrades. What that means is you're paying the same price for a limited view sea terrace as you would for a sea view. So there's no upgrade if you're already in a sea terrace. You're not upgrading to anything else. It's just you're paying the same price for a limited view sea terrace that you would for a sea view, which is great, because if you want to pay a sea view price, you have a balcony and you don't care that it's limited view, then it's great.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's a great sale. It's confusing though. Everyone gets confused by it, honestly.
It's
but
confusing. Yeah.
It's a good sale.
Yeah.
So, and if you are ready to book, contact us, obviously, because we'd love to help you. We have MNBVs, which help a lot with a discount and give you a little extra loot. We have some extra loot on specific sailings as well, which is nice. And yeah. Right?
Yeah.
Do we do it? All right. What else? What else are we missing? I know we're going to get off here and I'll be like, oh, I forgot to mention that. Trying to think. I'm looking at my notes from our meeting yesterday. Notes. No. All right. Is that it? Do we got questions?
Oh, we had hot topics.
Hot topics.
Gotta go find them. Let me find
Are we doing
them.
lunch and learn? We got to do lunch and learn. So for those of you that are just joining us that maybe you missed in the beginning, we are Fabulous Adventures Travel Company, and we run a Facebook group page called Virgin Voyages Cruise Tips and Deals. I probably shouldn't say that fast. Virgin Voyages Cruise Tips and Deals. And we do a Tuesday Tips Live every Tuesday on Facebook, as well as a lunch and learn on Thursdays. And it's usually a very quick something about Virgin that like you might need to learn about. Very quick and easy.
Yes. All right, so I'm going to go through these questions. Some of them have been answered, but I'm going to read them out anyway, just because. So Denise is asking, is the pizza place open late? I thought it was, but the app shows it closing 6:30 to 7.
What? Like it closes from 6:30 to 7?
I don't know, but
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so either. I think it opens at like 2. It opens for lunch, and then it stays open till 2 a.m. Right?
Yeah. I saw it
Because
open
it
at
is.
noon last sailing, but I don't remember what day.
Oh, really?
It opened at noon.
Okay.
It might have been on my back to back. I want to say that it was open.
Oh, cool.
I could be wrong. No.
Yeah, but it is open. It is definitely open late because we've been there many a times at midnight or later for our late night snack.
Midnight pizza.
Midnight pizza.
Midnight pizza.
Sarah asks, when is Virgin going to release their Alaska itinerary and dates?
They're looking at like mid-November. We'll see.
Mid-November. So the frontier of the line pass is still available. That is a.
You just said frontier of the line.
I think that's what it's called.
I know, but it's so funny because it's so weird.
It is still available. So if you want to go ahead and put down a deposit on that, you will be one of the first people to be able to book. So I think they're trying to give like a week before or so before the general public gets in. So if you want to do that, you can still do it. We can post the link. You could go ahead and make that deposit. And it is refundable. So if the itineraries come out, the dates come out, and you decide you can't do it, the time's not right, the itinerary is not right, you can get that money back.
I'm going, man. Did we do mine? Did I even book one? Shoot.
I did.
I swear
think you did.
That was so long ago.
I know.
Like, oh my gosh.
I know. We have to
I gotta go
look
look
for
at my
that.
list.
Okay, Courtney says the cancellation policy. I could not find exactly what I was looking for. I'm booking for June of 26 and anything can happen. Going to purchase the insurance, of course, but does that mean I get my money back or just depends on the insurance I get?
Oh yeah. That's a whole loaded question. So the basic answer to insurance question is insurance isn't canceled for any reason. This is what people really, 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 really always think. If you buy insurance, you can just cancel it for any reason. Hey, my niece is having a party. I got to go to this party. Sorry, I can't go anymore. That's not how it works. Unless you buy a cancel for any reason. So there is a clause that you can buy or add a policy edition called cancel for any reason. Now that's an additional price. And some policies will have cancel for any reason built into it. Now, but you got to read the cancel for any reason. You're not getting your money back 100%. No one ever gives back cancellation 100 or cancel for any reason with 100%. Nobody. I mean, because listen, you could tell them you have a hangnail and then they're out their money. No one's doing that. So you're probably getting back 75%, anywhere between 50 to 75% you're getting back on a cancel for any reason. And you may not actually get the full price back depending on it. I mean, not full price, the original money. It may be like in points or credit or whatnot. So you just have to read those policies depending on which one it is. So this is why this is such a loaded question. I'm trying to like think of broad range of insurance and how it all works. So then back to canceling reasons, it has to be for a covered reason to be covered. So, or to be, valid basically. So usually covered reasons are death, sickness, loss of home, like big things are like covered, but you have to read those things and make sure that what it is that you're worried about is covered under that policy. And then you go into pre-existing conditions. You got to make sure that you don't have any pre-existing conditions, or whoever you're trying to cover doesn't have pre-existing conditions, that you bought it at the right time. So I mean, there's insurance is great. It's really, really good, but it also, you just have to be careful with what it is that you want it for. If you just want it so that you can just cancel it because you don't feel like going, it's not going to work that way. If you want it for emergency purposes only, then that's what it's for. Do you have anything else to add to that, Kelly?
Well, the only thing is, I would say that Virgin is not giving you any money back. You
Right.
would not be fighting Virgin for the money. You'd have to go through your insurance company, and you'd have to send them boatload of documents to say, this is why I think I deserve my money back. But yes, you definitely have to make sure that what you're asking for is a covered reason. And the timing, like you said, of when you purchase it. Because some things like pre-existing conditions, I think you have 7 days, or maybe some policies are 15 days from deposit to purchase the insurance. And that includes pre-existing conditions on like loved ones too. I actually just read this. So if you go and cancel a cruise because your dad had a heart attack and he has pre-existing heart conditions, that's not covered unless you have the pre-existing condition clause. So it's a lot. Insurance is a lot
complicated.
We are not insurance salesmen.
Yes, we are
at
not
all.
insurance salesmen. But we do highly suggest insurance. So I will say to you that, like, while we're sitting here telling you all these, like, negatives of it, we're giving you warnings basically of it. But I highly suggest it. I do not travel without it. I travel. I have an annual policy that I use. If I have a very big, expensive trip, I will purchase an actual policy for that trip. But yeah, I don't travel without it. So I am a big lover of insurance. It's just make sure you understand it, that it's not just, I don't feel like going. So insurance will kick in.
I think I want to add one thing, not insurance, but I think Virgin also has a very lenient cancellation policy. One of the best ones out there, honestly. No other cruise line is giving you your deposit back in 7 days if you cancel, or giving you a future voyage credit for your entire voyage fare up to 45 days prior to sailing. No one else is doing that.
No.
So I feel like Virgin, or yes, you can change your sailing date too up to 45 days prior. So if something were to come up and you can't sail and you're within that window, you can move your sailing, or you can cancel it and get a full future voyage credit for your voyage fare. I think that's fantastic too. So just have to look at the timing on that. Okay, one more. So Jamie says, buzz on my cruise that just ended is that the book on board offer just isn't great anymore. We did not take advantage.
See, I don't understand this mentality. So here's my thing. Here's my take on this. When everyone says, I'm not going to book it, I'm not going to buy it because it's not as good as the last time. Okay, I agree with you. I agree that it's not as good as the last time, but it's the only offer right now. And it is an offer, and it's better than almost any other cruise line. So I find it funny when people are like, I'm not going to take this one. It's not going back. I promise you that. It's not going back. there'll be additions to, and maybe they'll add things if they need to on certain things. But I can almost guarantee you that it is not going back to that old offer ever, because it was just too rich. And what they have right now is such, I think, a very, very good offer for a cruise line, and the amount of loot that is already given out. But like, if you find travel agencies that have extra loot to give, you will see that you can, stack up and get some good loot. Like, for example, if you wanted to go on this cruise with us, the girls' cruise, maybe you don't want to do the girls' activities, but you want to go on the cruise with us because you're like, well, crap, that's a lot of loot. Then you join us. You get extra loot. You go on the cruise. Like, that's
Yeah.
there's ways of getting extra loot, but they're just not going to go back to that other offer. Now, I think the offer is great. Like I said, for a cruise line, like, it's better than Royal Caribbean. I think, what do they give you at Royal Caribbean? I mean, I don't mean to be rude, but what is it, $50? I don't even know.
I think it's like 25 for an insider.
No way.
Or
yes, $25.
I don't know. I just
my
just sold a Carnival cruise with $10 onboard credit, and I was like, what are you doing with $10? I don't know.
$10 now. Yeah, it's so funny. What are you wearing, a popsicle? I don't even know what you're buying with that. Like a sucker? I have no idea.
I know.
A
It's not,
magnet?
it doesn't even pay for your gratuities.
No, exactly. Not even one day.
No.
Oh my gosh.
But I think I think Royal's like $50 for a balcony for like 3 or 4 nights, and then maybe $100 for 7 nights.
Yeah,
So it's still, I mean, Virgin is still higher than that.
That's what I'm saying. It's still a better deal, and everything's included. That's what I try to tell people. Like, everything's included. You don't have to go on board and be like, oh crap, now we got to be able to write home because we got to find out if Rover's still alive or whatever it may be. Like, I don't know what it is that you're, that you need to do, but like, you're still, you have to add all these extra things on. You know what I mean? Like, oh gosh, what can we say? We talk about Wi-Fi, gratuities. If you want a Sprite or ginger ale because the ship's moving like crazy and you're like, I'm gonna have some ginger ale. I don't normally have ginger ale. You're paying, $11 for that ginger ale that you're not on Virgin because it's included. So it's so funny to me when people are like, Royal's cheaper. It's not cheaper at all. Not in any way, shape, or form. And I'm, again, not knocking Royal. It's a product that's good for specific people, for families, for all of that. I'm not knocking any of that. So I want you guys all to know that. I love Royal. I'll be on there in a few months. But where was I going with this? The deal is great.
I think that, I think some people might not understand the deal because we talked about this before. It used to be $300 deposit. I've said 2 words at the same time. $300 deposit, and then you got $300 off. Well, people were confused if that deposit was the $300 off. Well, it wasn't. So now the deposit is still $300. And you're getting $150 off, $200 off, or $250 off. But that $300 has nothing to do with the price that you're getting off. That $300 still goes toward the deposit when you go to book the cruise. Yeah. So once you go to book the cruise, if 4-night cruise, you're starting with $450 off, technically. $300 they already put down and $150 off. So I don't know that they spell that out good enough for people to really get that they are getting a deal. $150 off is better than no dollars off. Yeah. Right?
I agree. Yep.
But I just don't know that comes across that
I agree with that. And I also think that people are used to the old deal. I get it.
Yeah. Trust me. I mean, we both love that deal and, would love to take advantage for our future cruises too. But they're few and far between now. I mean,
exactly. So anyway, that's our take on the new MNBB.
It's still good, so buy it.
Still good, buy it, get it.
You have 2 years to use it. Yeah, if you think you're going to sail in the next 2 years, buy it.
And if you're not going to sail, we'll buy it from you.
Exactly. I tell my clients that all the time. If you don't think you're going to use it, I would always buy it back. I'm
Yeah,
always willing to
seriously.
buy one.
We are always willing to buy them because we sell them to our clients.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Any other questions?
I
Are
don't
we
think
good?
so.
We've been on here an hour.
Oh, wow.
1 hour. I know, right?
Had
All
a
right,
lot
we
to say
ready?
today.
We did have a lot to say. We did have a
All
lot
right,
to
you have
say.
until Sunday to join us on,
Oh
well,
my
you
gosh,
have,
join us. If you're not going
yeah.
on the girls' cruise, you are missing out, people. It is so much fun. We had the best time.
We did.
We did.
We'd love to have new faces and,
Yes.
you know, bring your friends and mothers
Yeah.
and sisters and cousins and
Yes.
everyone and grab them. Let's make a
Yes.
party. Let's make a bigger party.
Hi, Eric from Ohio. Yeah, totally join us because it's so much fun. The girls gone cruising. Girls gone cruising. You want to realize, Kelly, we didn't yell it. We should have yelled it. We should like get a theme song too. That's my other thing. No, we need a
Yeah.
theme song. We need a theme song for Girls Gone Cruising. Oh my gosh. All right, well, let's call it a day because I got to get back to work. Polly is telling me I got to keep working for her over here.
Alrighty.
Polly's my next big group. I got a reunion going on board at the end of this month. And actually Ariana is going to be in charge of it. Ariana is going to be the one that's in charge of the reunion. So, all right, well, we'll see you guys later. And we'll catch you next week. We're doing a lunch and learn, right?
Sure. We got
You're
to
welcome, Paul. You're so welcome for the tips.
come up with a topic.
Eric wants to know how's the weather. The weather is actually not bad for Florida.
We're supposed to have a cold front, like 50s, 60s.
Good. We need it.
I know.
We'll
Sweater weather. Woo!
In Florida.
We love sweater weather in Florida.
I know. We never ever wear a sweater or a sweatshirt. If I'm wearing a sweatshirt, I'm probably sick, and everyone's like, "What's wrong with her?" She's
Well,
sick.
either that or I'm in my house because I love keeping my house cold.
Yeah.
So I always have a sweatshirt on at home.
Very true. Very true. All right. Well, we'll see you guys later. Thank you for joining us. I'm so glad that YouTube worked. For those of you that are on YouTube watching us, we actually normally do this on Facebook, on Virgin Voyages Cruise Tips and Deals on Facebook. We are always on there every Tuesday. Now at 2-ish is usually, it used to be noon. It used to be called Tuesday Tips at noon. And, but we moved it to 2. So, but join us there if you are on Facebook, and hopefully we'll do this again soon on YouTube. Right, Kellers?
Sure.
We did it. We made it.
All over the place.
All the tech happened today. We're so excited that tech was actually okay. All right. Well, we'll see you guys. We'll see you guys later. Thanks for joining us. Let us know if you need anything, and come join us on the Girls Cruise. And we'll leave you with our favorite phrase, which is, You float our boat.
Bye, everyone.